Welcome back, everybody. It's Luke W., and I have my buddy Harry Drake with us today. I've been posting a lot of stories on my personal Instagram about his recent student success, and finally we're getting back to a call where we have him with us today. So how you doing, Harry?
I'm doing well, man. It's good to be here. Yeah, excited to talk about my successes and failures.
Yeah, and actually he does have some failures that we're going to touch on in a little bit, just something that was a really weird, obscure fluke that I've never even heard about before. So stay tuned for that. And Harry, how much have you made up to this point just within the last 30 days?
Yeah, so I'm up to 24K in sales with 2 different products right now. So it's pretty sweet.
Dang, 2 products. And hey, if you have your phone nearby, like flash a screenshot if you can or something like.
No problem, bro.
And see, that's just 2 products. And I also want to see, how long ago did you get the Amazon course and everything?
Oh yeah, here, let me show you this real quick. Oops.
Yep, 24K,
Boom. There
24.24.
it is. Yep, that's what's up. So yeah, how long did I get the course? I think it's almost been a year actually. I remember coming to you last summer, late in the summer, and saying like, "Hey, is FBA still legitimate? Like, you think this is viable?" And you were like, "Yeah, man, you just got to send it." And now I've been in the game for almost a year, and it's all thanks to you, man. Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. And actually tell people from your perspective why you think Amazon is still viable. I can say, yes, there's new products coming out every day, but I still get the question all the time, like, is it too saturated? What would you have to say about that?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this recently where, especially with Corona going on right now, there's been a huge shift towards online buying. And I think the amount of demand has gone up so much that, the amount of sellers relative to the amount of buyers has gone down. So I think, I don't want to say it's never been a better time, but like, I think it's still definitely a viable situation where, Amazon's still just growing. It's basically like the world's superpower now. And, you can either hop on the train or get left behind. So.
Right. And all I see is in the future, like now I know Walmart, and one of my other successful students, Brian Pate, just showed me a screenshot. He's signing up to start selling on Walmart too.
Oh shit, that's hype.
Yeah, so these are 2 e-commerce platforms that are hopefully going to start competing, and then for sellers, these platforms like Walmart and Amazon hopefully will make it better and better for sellers to try and attract sellers to whatever platform. So hopefully it gets better for us, maybe lower fees. And this is the way the world's going. Like, this doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. So when you learn this skill set, it's something you can use for many, many years, and then transfer it over to maybe Walmart or whatever in the future.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I actually haven't even heard about that yet. Like selling on Walmart, it's definitely something to look into. But hopefully, like, in the future, you can start hitting combos on, where you send inventory, stuff like that. So it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, and then making those relationships with your suppliers, then yeah, hey, we're going to go send to our Walmart fulfillment centers, and then it's Walmart is going to ship out your products just like Amazon ships it out. And you told me your main product that you started back in the day, I actually ordered that one from you, and it's a quality product, man. I like that thing. But you told me it's kind of running on autopilot now. How's that been for you, and what does that really mean to be running on autopilot, would you say?
Yeah. So I'm up to like 24 solid reviews. I'm at 4.3 star rating, and basically, like you said, I put in the work in the beginning, and now it's just kind of running by itself. I have a few more steps that I want to go through. I want to get like brand registry. I want to maybe tweak a few more things, but let's see. So I just ordered another round of 600 units, and it's kind of just hitting the resupply button where you got to time it correctly, of course, but the workload decreases with time, and you kind of just sit back and like watch it happen. It's pretty cool.
Right. And are you running email follow-ups to get more reviews on that, and just automated emails getting sent out and everything?
Yep, that's just one of the strategies, you guys taught me. So yeah, I got Feedback Whiz, made my emails. I got like a thank you email going out as soon as they buy it. I got a review request email going out as well later on. And that's not super hard to create. You got to put in a few hours of time in the beginning, and then it just runs for you, so.
Literally, that's why I love this business. And you've experienced the thing where you're just waking up and seeing sales like every day. Is that how?
Seriously, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, some days it's different, like today I only have 2 sales, so that's like, what, 40, $50. Some days I wake up with like 8 and I'm like, I just made $200 in my sleep, so it's a pretty crazy feeling.
Yeah, what's your profit margin on your main product that you're selling right now, and what are you selling it at and stuff like that, and what is your cost to get it?
Yeah, so let's see, I'm selling it for $64 right now. I source it for 21, and then I think the Amazon fees are also 21. So that comes out to 63 minus 21 is 42. And then, so I'm basically making $21 off a $21 investment. So like 100% ROI.
Boom, easy. That's
it's pretty sweet, dude. Yeah.
And the other cool thing is that you have this one product, but maybe you want to just do another bundle. You could do maybe a 2-packer. I think you're already doing some sort of a bundle, but that's a whole nother reason why you can stand out. Amazon's not so saturated. You can look at any old market, and if you can, like that water jug you have right there, if you do a 2-pack of those, or if you do some other cool thing that can go with that, that's the creative thinking you need to stand out. And all your competitors are there on Amazon. You just see what you have to do to be better than them. And that's kind of what are some strategies that you use to kind of figure out what you need to do to stand out and stuff like that?
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely one of the ones that you just touched on was making a bundle. And so that was what I was doing in the beginning, where I was looking at my niche and I said, okay, I see a few competitors. They're doing relatively similar stuff, and how can I stand out? And so I saw my main product that I knew I wanted to do, and then I found this other like small product. It literally costs like $2 to make, very, very easy. And I asked my supplier, like, hey, are these possible to combine? They basically, they have the same function almost, but one is just, a lot smaller, a lot cheaper. And so I created the bundle with them. I created a box design with with both products on the box. It looks very legitimate. I put that on my main image on the Amazon listing. And it definitely stands out. People see those two products with the box design, with the brand, and I think it's a hit, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do too. I show my box design with my logo on it, and then my main product, and then I have like a bundled item, and it just makes you look so much more legitimate when they can see your packaging. And you're going to go get your product trademarked, which means you'll have the brand registry capability, and then you can have a video. Just pay someone a couple $100. They'll have like a pro video using your product. That's just going to help. My product, I have certain buttons that you have to press to turn it on. And some people used to return it because they didn't even know how to turn it on. Even though it showed in the instruction manual, there's still customers that you have to make things really a no-brainer. So it's something that you may have to have a video for, and then you're just going to mitigate all those refunds and stuff. So
yeah, it just goes to show how many like levels there are to this game, because you can put in a lot of work for your first round and you're doing okay, and then you sell out. You go into your second round of inventory, you always want to improve, so you add on one more thing. I remember in my first round, I didn't have a box design at all. It was basically just cardboard, but it's not 100% necessary. You can get the job done. So second round, I created the box design. And then this third round, now I'm going to be doing like you said, brand registry. Maybe I can try and get a video going. So it's just these constant improvements that'll help you sell more,
Yeah, and in the recent update I made in the course, you saw the video about the IP Accelerator program, right?
I actually haven't yet. I'll have to check it out.
Okay, yeah. So that'll show you how to get the brand registered trademark thing going within Amazon. It costs like $700, but you'll have it within 10 days instead of waiting like 10 months. So that's, you'll have the benefit of being able to put a video, brand registry, all that within 10 days. So yeah, check out the new updates and stuff. And while we're on the topic of the course, is there anything you can tell anyone watching right now, like why it's important to kind of get a course, to have a mentor, what you found valuable in my course, and what you think maybe why it stands out compared to other courses and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. So I remember when I was thinking about buying a course like a year ago, I initially thought like, well, you can either do this cheaply and fail pretty much, or pay some money and succeed. And that basically means you have to pay to educate yourself in this game. That there's a lot of different steps you have to take, and they're not all necessarily hard, but if you mess one up or don't do it in the correct order, you can definitely like pretty much fail if you're not doing it correctly. I think the other very important part is to get a mentor such as yourself, because you're going to have a lot of extended questions that may be very specific to you. And if you can't ask someone constantly like, hey, what do I do here? Like once again, you can go down the path of failure. And I think what initially drew me to you was I saw some other like larger YouTubers doing the same thing. And I was actually looking for someone relatively small because I wanted that one-on-one, I wanted that specific help. And that was something that you offered where you said, okay, I'm going to give you the course. You have a few specific meetings, all for a pretty nice price. And I was looking at some other guys, some bigger guys where, they're charging, twice or three times as much for, less help pretty much, so.
Got to make it a no-brainer, just like with Amazon. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be the guy that's going to get you these free one-on-one calls. All the videos are step-by-step, very concise. I've taken many other courses, other big YouTubers, Kevin, David, other people like that have given me their course to watch and review, to make videos on them for those guys. And there's kind of a lot of fluff in some of these. Like one of the courses, there's dudes literally singing in the intro of the course and like just wasting a ton of time. And I'm just like, boom, right to the point. And that's kind of what I really like about it. And it's 10 hours long. It's not something that's like never ending videos. Like I took Ty Lopez's social media marketing course before I even figured about Amazon. And it was like an endless thing of videos. So you just never really knew when to start or what to do. So I don't know, man.
Yeah. Glad I didn't get that one. Yeah. You.
But yeah, let's kind of touch on, I mean, no matter how good a course is, no matter how good a mentor is, there's always going to be, undetectable obstacles that are going to come up either way. And I want to touch on kind of that obstacle you just faced. And then I know we just talked about your game plan to fix it before the call, but you had that new product to order and it started to take off for you. Tell us about that and then kind of what happened.
Yeah. So, first product went well, started on a second product, and basically this was right in between when Corona hit. So I ordered an initial set of 200 units. I did the research, found that, the product was selling well, low competition, all that good stuff. I thought it would be great. So I ordered 200 units. I ordered 60 to go through air to make it fast and 140 to go through sea to make it cheap. So the 60 came in, got some good reviews on that. It was going well. Sold out of that, had to wait a little bit for Corona. Finally got the 140 in, and then I suddenly started having some serious problems where customers would email me or message me and say, like, what the hell, I'm not receiving what I thought I was. Let's see. So yeah, one customer sent me a picture of like this random fan that was in a product, and like there's no way a fan should ever be in the product, So, and of course I was like pissed off at my supplier. So I go to him, I send him this picture and say, dude, what the hell? Someone must have purposely put a fan in the product, And then my supplier was denying it. He was like, oh, I don't understand what's going on. But the picture had my brand on the box. So it pretty much had to be my supplier that like made this mistake. So I guess like moral of the story is like, pay a small extra amount to like either vet your supplier or get an inspection service going on in order to make sure this doesn't happen, because I think it is relatively rare. Most of the time when you're dealing with China, you should be able to get what you're looking for, but there is always this outlier case where you might get screwed over. So
Yeah, dude, that's so crazy. And was that product like doing really well for you right off the bat, or how was that all doing?
Yeah. So luckily, at least with the first 60 units that I got, it was going well because I think the product was legitimate. Somehow the 60 and the 140 were just different batches or something. It's so weird. But the 60 was doing well. I got some good reviews, and because I did the correct research on the product, it was selling like I wanted it to. But, you know, like I said, this 140 just somehow crashed and burned.
Weird. I mean, the next order, we know all you have to do is pay like $100. You can get an inspection, a third-party inspection company. They'll go look in each of the boxes, make sure everything is up to spec. And I mean, that's going to save you a whole listing in the future. But luckily, it wasn't your main product or a listing that you had hundreds of reviews on, and then you ordered in a bad batch and then got a ton of bad reviews. That would be really catastrophic because it takes a long time to build up all those reviews. Whereas this one, you know, you can just restart a new listing, pop up to get 6 or 7 more 5-star reviews pretty quickly. And if everything's good, like, I mean, you already did the hard work to find the research, to get the product, to find the supplier. That's basically all the work. And then you get a good main image. It's going to stand out and do the rest for you, kind of thing.
Yep, definitely. I think, you know, one of the other issues that I want to touch on for this, you know, this failure product was my seller feedback rating. And I think, you know, not only was I getting bad product reviews, but I was actually starting to get bad seller feedback rating reviews. And those are the key things that, like, you really do not want that rating to go down. So I ended up actually, I remember about a week ago, I had like 50 units left of this bad product. And I decided I'm just going to destroy them because it's just simply not worth running the risk of getting more bad seller feedback. Because, you know, if your seller feedback goes down, you can lose sales, you can lose like the buy box, stuff like that. Something you don't want to mess with, you know?
Right. And I mean, destroying a unit costs you 15 cents and then shipping it back to your house is 50 cents. So you could have just shipped everything back to your house and maybe inspected. I might have done that route. I mean, it kind of sucks to have a pile of 50 units sitting in your garage or something, but sell them on OfferUp or whatever, or just see what the problem was. Because honestly, you could show your supplier, hey, this is what's in the box. This is no joke. And how did this happen? Like, this came from your supplier, manufacturer plant, whatever. I need a refund on this order. You know, you could ask them for that, or give me like 160 more free units. And I've actually done that. When I get defective items from my supplier, I'll take pictures when I ship the refund home. If it actually is defective and doesn't work, I mean, I've gotten like 40, 50 free units from suppliers because I get, you know, out of the hundreds of units I sell, I get some defective ones. And then I'm showing the supplier, hey, this didn't work. And then boom, that's another free item that they're going to put on top of my next order.
Damn, that's good to know. Hindsight's 2020, you know, but maybe for next time.
Yeah. Hey, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But this is a great call. I hope everyone drops a thumbs up on this. Like, Harry's been through the ringer with this one, and that's what it takes. But you ultimately come out such a better person, a stronger person who can handle bigger level problems at the other side of this stuff. So is there anything else you want to touch on or leave anybody with? Or
I don't know. I mean, I guess the most important part is, like, you know, there's levels to this game. You got to have experience. You got to everyone starts as a beginner, you know. You got to start out small, make the mistakes, and then, you know, slowly you'll start to realize, you know, different strategies that you can work on, and eventually become, you know, slowly rise in the ranks, become super powerful, you know.
that's just how things work. Like, any background, I think you went on a camping trip, whatever, I think you got a cool fish on your shirt. It's like, if you're a fisherman, you don't know the strategies your first day. It's like, if I'm a skater, I'm not going to go do tray flips down 12 stairs my first day. It's going to take time to grow this stuff. So, I mean, that's just such a huge point that people love to miss nowadays with the immediate gratification of the internet. It's like, just, if you can postpone the gratification and the big numbers that you might expect to get right away, postpone that for a little bit, you're just going to set yourself apart from so many other people. Like, people say there's so much saturation of sellers on Amazon when the bulk majority don't even really know what they're doing, or they have an account and they don't even list products. So there's, when you have a course, a mentor, people that are, we have the student Facebook group, which I know you post in from time to time. This is all a community that when you get a part of it, you're just going to be able to rise up in the ranks so much faster. So thank you for saying that. And is there any place I can link your Instagram below, or anywhere that you would want people to find you or follow you? Or
Yeah, just Instagram, I guess, down in the description. Hit me up, you know. Might start posting some Amazon stuff. We'll see what happens.
Hey, on a last note, like, literally 2 years ago, I think it was on July 3rd. This was the date when I filmed my first student success story with Tanner J. Fox from the course I first took. And this was the day I remember I got like a beer afterwards, and I was like, dude, I was just on Tanner's channel, and it was like this crazy momentum I just felt from that. And I just started YouTube and just like didn't give up from there. So, I mean, it all start small, man. And then, you know, you rise in the ranks. I don't even have many subscribers at this point, but it's cool because I can communicate with people more so than if I had 90,000 people and I'm just so bombarded. I just leave my phone on airplane mode all day. Like,
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I mean, there's levels to these types of games, and you know, we'll see where we're at in a year. Sky's the limit, pretty much. So.
Love it, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to hop on this quick call, and everyone watching at home. Like, you heard it here first. Like, Harry's been doing this for just a year. You saw his screenshot. That's just 2 products. And I mean, your profit on that, divide that by what's your profit margin? Like 40% or
Well, so like I said, I was doing making $21 profit on a $21 investment. So
okay, 100% you're making your money. You're doubling your money every time.
Yep.
So there you go. I mean, 24K, besides that little catastrophe that happened or whatever, you divide that by 2, that's what, like 12 grand a month, pretty much. So,
yep.
So that's awesome. Yeah, thanks guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Peace out.
All right.